Hi everyone, welcome to the second video in the ADARA series on how to use ad customizers within Google Search Ads. For this particular video, we're going to be looking at how to create a feed of geographic information, which you can use to customize your ad creative based on the user's physical location that they are searching from. So there's a number of use cases for this particular type of customizer. We're going to be looking at one for our fictional airline, again, in this example. So to create the ad customizer, the first thing you need to do is create the feed of geographic information. So again, we'll navigate to our business data section of Google Ads, click your plus icon, and then add customizer data. And you're going to want to download this template of header information to create the initial feed file. And so this is what the file looks like. So similar to what we used in the first example, but instead of targeting based on a campaign and ad group, we're going to be removing these columns, and the customizer will serve only when someone's searching from the location included in this column here. So the first step is to essentially create a list of locations that you're interested in targeting. So depending on your organization, if you have a fixed service area or not, you'll want to put some thought into what locations you actually want to target, whether you want it to be, every major U.S. city or a certain, subsegment of cities or a certain state. But how you do that is you'll need to reference Google's API information of geo-targets, and you'll have a CSV list in here that when you download is a list of every single city that can be targeted through the API or either with a customizer. And every single US city for the most part's in here, right? So you'll want to make sure that the city you're interested in targeting is formatted like this: a city name, a state name, and then country name, comma separated. And then that's what will go into the feed file here, right? And then the blue columns, similar to the first example, are discretionary. That's the business data that we're going to be using to input into the creative. So this is what we're using for the airline. Pretty simple example. There's 11 different U.S. cities with the city name and the fare information, the lowest fare from that city we're going to be using in the creative itself. So this is what the final product will look like in terms of the feed. So save that file, upload it into Google here, and it will resolve to look similar to this, right? And so once it's approved, you'll be able to use all of the custom attributes that you defined within your ad customizer. So for this particular example, we have the city name and the fare information that we can use. You can see we're using that here in the customizer. So, similar to the first example, to create the customizer, start typing your curly bracket, add customizer is the option again, geo feed, and then we're using fare here, right? And so you can use customizers in either your ad headlines or your description lines. You can use multiple of them. See, we're using 3 here in this particular example. So geo customizers, an interesting use case applicable to most advertisers. And then once you have some performance data and ad spend against your customized creative, you'll be able to see the performance data for those customizers rolled up within this particular feed UI. So you'll be able to determine, what type of headline is performing better than others and make performance decisions based on that. So hopefully this was helpful. In our next example, we're going to be looking at how to use ad customizers based on an audience. So thanks.